Well, hello guys. Dave in Cali here. Thank you for stopping by my show. Well, I want to talk about a real stand-up guy. You know, when you think about what he's been through, and that's Thomas Massie. You know, over 2 years ago, he got himself in a position to try to force lawmakers to go on the record when they were voting for the CARES Act and that 2.2 trillion dollar package, and he was up against a lot of opposition. Matter of fact, Pelosi and McCarthy came up to him and told him, you know, that you better back off, because the reason why they don't want to do it on record is for the safety of the members voting. Now, that tells me there's something wrong right there. Why would you have to worry about your safety for voting for, vote for something unless you know something's wrong with it? Well, he came out and he warned him. He says, this is going to be devastating to the economy. It's going to cause inflation like we've never seen before. And then later on, they passed another 1.9 trillion once Biden was in. And so now here it is, like 2 years later. And keep in mind, during Trump wasn't all up to speed on this too, because Trump was obviously believing what people were telling him. But it was during Trump's administration this all started. But then it carried on, and because the Democratic Party was, pretty much in control of the House, so that's where all that came from. So it's still the main influence, pushing things through and so forth. So, 2 years later, finally he has representatives coming up to him and saying, hey, you know what? You were right. We should have stood with you. Watch this clip.
To let you do this recorded vote.
Well, they didn't even give me a minute to speak in a 4-hour debate. There's a big cover-up in there.
You believe it's a cover-up, sir?
Well, they're trying to cover up their votes. They had enough people there to pass the bill, but they still refused to have a recorded vote. And they told me they were trying to protect members.
Don't you believe that that's the case? There's 435 members in a room that can't hold that many.
No. They're trying to protect the members who are there from political ramifications.
Sir, both sides of the chamber, your side as well as the Democrats, as well as the White House, have said that they didn't want you to do this. Why press forward into the bill that everybody agrees should be passed?
Like I said in there, I came here this week to make sure our republic doesn't die in an empty chamber by unanimous consent. These people need to do their jobs. If they're telling people to drive a truck, if they're telling people to bag groceries and grow their food, then by golly, they can be in there and they can vote. And that's what we did this week. They came, and you can see it didn't delay the vote any. They sat on their cans yesterday here. They didn't do a thing yesterday. They were trying to say this would delay it to have a recorded vote. The truth, if you're willing to report it, is they don't want a recorded vote. They don't want to be on record of making the biggest mistake in history.
Is there a response to Donald Trump calling you a third-rate grandstander?
I'm at least second rate.
Congressman Massie, nicely done. Who was it that told you that they were protecting their members?
No respect.
Who told you they were protecting their members, sir?
Who was it that I was right above you guys.
Pelosi and McCarthy, when I was right there with them.
Yeah, so he got a little bit passionate there in that clip, didn't he? But you know what? I think he's a stand-up guy. I mean, I wish I'd known about that sooner, and of course, we find out later. Anyway, guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm Dave in Cali. We'll see you on the next one. And we're out of here.